Hey Scott, first of all, how did you think Russell looked in his debut?
Um, really good. Kind of like he's been looking like that all training camp. Uh, he just his spirit is about winning. He's not about stats. He just plays the right way. Teaches our young fellas the right things, and he's great. He's been you know he's been nothing short of spectacular on what he tells the guys, how he coaches his teammates, and they listen. What he's done and how he prepares and how he trains and how he looks at the game is it's priceless. What they will all the young players are going to be thankful in 10 years. They're going to realize what he's done for them.
And then secondly, Thomas Bryant had a big night. It seemed like maybe a preview of the role he'll have, playing as the sort of a secondary scoring option. Lot of buckets to be had, huh?
Yeah, I mean, he played well. There's going to be some nights. That's the thing about with Russell. If you run and you get to your spots, he's going to find you. And so there's going to be nights where TB gets 25 or 30, and there's going to be nights where Brad's going to get 25 or 50, and there's going to be nights where Russell gets a bunch of points. And but we're getting better players, and minutes are going to be hard to get, and guys are going to be fighting for them. And we're gonna raise the level of our play, and it's fun to see because I'm seeing it right in front of my eyes, and you guys are competitive, and they're gonna go in there and they're gonna play hard. It's not about the quality or the quantity of your minutes. It's about the quality, and the guys are gonna realize that and even play much play harder.
Chris Miller, even though you don't have a suit on tonight.
Oh, you got jokes tonight. All right.
Hey Matt, leave the jokes for me, Matt.
Yeah,
Daniel.
it's comedy hour with Scott Brooks. All right, Manny. All right, here we go. Scotty, you started Denny 2 of the 3 preseason games. Are you ready to name a starting small forward for the game against Philly?
Not yet, but he's definitely working his way to being a starter one day. Don't know when that will be. It might be Wednesday night, but he's played hard. He's tough. He has great size, and he's going to make us a better team. I think he's done things as a starter. He's done things as a coming off the bench in his short pro career now with 3 exhibition games, but he's making a good case. There's no question.
He got 10 rebounds for you tonight. Getting 10 rebounds from the small forward position can only help this team moving forward, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I mean that's a thing that's been our Achilles heel for a while in that last season. It's just the way we changed things around for the better, and we knew that we were going to have to get bigger and get some added toughness and some bigger players and some more athleticism, and we got the best rebounding point guard probably in the history of the game. And Danny, when he's on the court, he's a big rebounder. He has a nose for the ball, and he's not afraid to get it in there. He's not afraid to get dirty. You win with guys that have that lunch pail mentality, and he does. He's going to be really, really.
Fred.
Scott, what did you think of the way Russell and Brad worked off each other in the 10 or so minutes that they shared the floor?
Great. I like the fact that they were looking for other players and not just playing back and forth. Russell's going to find whoever's open. He's going to make the right play, and Brad's the same way. But there's time in the game where you have to look for certain players, and they know that as well. And that's why the transition has been for 2.5 weeks has been seamless, and it's been great. And I think it's going to continue that way because they both are about the right things, and they compete. And like I said, these guys are going to benefit from their professionalism.
Was that an easy decision for you to stagger them? Or were you on the fence with it and that's what you went with?
No, I mean that's what I do. That's why I stay up and stay up and wake up in the middle of the night figuring out ways to get the best combination of guys and on the floor. And we talk as a group. I talk to the players as well, because you want your players to feel comfortable. You got really two high level all-star players that can make all of our players better, and you want them to feel comfortable, and you want them to be at their peak during the game. And it's still a little bit of tinkering back and forth, but I would like to keep their minutes, not as high as they probably would like, but it's, I thought it was good having them staggered tonight, but Russell only played, 17 minutes or so.
Neil?
Hey, Coach. Davis hit his first shot, but then went 0 of 6 from the rest of his shots tonight. You think it's just an off day? And generally, how did you like in the few minutes that he played today?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm going to have some conversations with Tommy. Maybe we can make a move and get back a shooter. I'm not worried about that. That guy is, he's money. He's just, he didn't play, a lot of basketball this summer, just that he trained by himself or one-on-one with one of his coaches. He's been 5-on-5 just basically for a week now. So it's going to take him some time, but that's one thing I'm not worried about. He's another winning basketball player. And the thing that I love about him, and I didn't know, I said it many times last season when I talked to Pop when we made the trade, that he's more than a shooter. He's proved that all year, and he's got rewarded for that. He's got rewarded for being more than a shooter, and he's going to help us in the other areas when he doesn't have a good shooting night. But very rarely he's going to miss 6 good-looking threes. I thought one was a tough one, but I thought the other 5 that he missed was really, really good.
Ava?
Sorry, Scott, I was late again. So if someone already asked this, just I know, just blow past me. But the 3-guard lineup with Neto and Ish and Russ, how did that come about? And how much fun did it look like those guys were having?
Boy, we finally got a good question. Thank you. Come late every time. Although Chris, yours was decent. I thought it was great, and I thought Halu has been playing. He's obviously not our best player on our team, but he's one of our best players in camp. Every practice, every game, every time he's on the floor, he just makes things happen. And he's as tough as nails, and he competes and he chases and he fights through screens. He doesn't. Very rarely is he behind, because he's engaged and he's locked in. He knows how to play. He's another winning basketball player that plays with toughness. My job is to try to find them minutes. And like I said, the minutes were handed out last year for the right reasons, and now we got some really good players, and they're going to be hard. And how you get from no minutes to a few minutes is by playing hard and playing well and doing it every day in practice. And my job is to find the best combinations on the floor. But that three-guard lineup was really, really good. That gave Detroit some fits, because they can all make great decisions with the ball. When you have 3 playmakers on the floor with Brad, Ish, Russ, and Halu, and one of them out, but those 3 out of those 4, it's another playmaker. I thought we missed a lot of shots during that time, and we still made a nice run.
All right, last question from Iran.
Hi, Coach. How did you feel about Denny Avdia's confidence level as a rookie? His balance, should he be more aggressive looking for the shot, or you think it's right where it needs to be?
I think he has a pretty good knack for a 19-year-old kid that just came to the country on an NBA team. He has a pretty good sweet spot when to take the shot, when to make the pass, when to drive, and sometimes that takes a long time. The game is still, I'm assuming, I haven't asked, but I'm assuming it's going to be fast, like all rookies I've had, and myself included. but I think he's done a pretty good job of finding that balance. And like I said earlier, and you can talk to Brad and you can talk to Russell. They've coached him. They coach him a lot. They're in his year. And then DA is with them all the time as a coach. And we don't want a lot of coaches and a lot of players telling them things. We just want to keep it real simple with them. But for a young player, he's done just a marvelous job of just staying within himself and making right plays. And that's how you're going to grow with your teammates, making the right plays. Don't force anything. That's how you gain the respect by just continue to play hard and do those things. All right, guys. Thanks. Have a good day off tomorrow.
Hey, Russ, what were your first impressions getting out there with your new team?
It was good. We won. It's the most important part. I thought we had good pace. Defended well. I like where we were tonight. And
it seemed like you were building an early connection with Thomas Bryant. Like his game might complement yours pretty well. What'd you see from him out there?
He did a good job of being in the right spots. That's it. I just challenge everybody to be in the right spot. My job is to make the game easy for everybody around me. And that's what I'm going to continue to do.
Fred.
Hey, Russell. The trade went down like after training camp even began. So it's not like you had any amount of time to get to know guys. What has this process been like for you guys, for you personally, just trying to get to know everybody in such a short amount of time before the season?
It's actually great, man. I actually enjoy it because we have a team with a lot of guys from a lot of different places. To me, which is very intriguing, and also I get a chance to learn a lot about who they are, their upbringing, things they like, they don't like. To me, that's very intriguing as somebody coming in and being a leader. You get a chance to know guys' background, and we have a lot of interesting guys on the team that have different journeys. Their all journey to the NBA is totally different. To me, that's amazing in itself, and that's something that I'm going to continue to learn and learn about each of our teammates throughout the season.
Chris?
Russ, it was very clear the energy in the beginning of the game. You can actually even tell it on television, what you bring to the table. I'm interested when TB has that type of energy and you're kind of encouraging him also. How much do you think that stuff kind of feeds with the rest of the group?
I just believe good energy is always good, man. Win, lose, or draw. It's a thing that you need to use. It's not something that, to me, it's not something that I do one night and I'll do the next night. It's something that I've been doing since I've been in the league. And for the rest of my teammates, my job is to try to set the tone. First, having been ready to play. And as the game goes along, continue. The hardest job is to constantly keep that up regardless of what's going on in the game.
How do you get yourself now locked into an opponent as much as what you've been doing the last couple of weeks of trying to integrate what you're all about, being consistent every day, now getting yourself ready for an opponent?
Say it again.
How do you get yourself now locked into Philadelphia?
It's like playing Detroit tonight. We got to get to Philadelphia, figure out what they're doing, kind of if they still playing the same way, and if not, so be it. Honestly, my approach is what about us? Do what we do, and if we do what we do at a high level, they'll have to adjust to us. We want to be the first team to throw the first punch. We don't want to get hit in the mouth first. So that's my mentality.
Ava?
Hey, Russ. Now that you've obviously played both with and against Brad in previous years of your career, I'm wondering what you've seen from his game, not necessarily in all that he's added in the past couple of years, but in, I guess, the uptick in aggression that you've seen from him. Have you seen that kind of side in him a little bit more, just willingness to take the shot, even if it's maybe not a perfect shot, something like that?
For Brad, for guys that hasn't been in position, got tough shots maybe for them, but for him, those shots are something he works on consistently, something that he makes at a high rate. So our job is to be able to make the game easy for him, find a way to be able to constantly feed him the ball, so he's able to score at a high rate because he's shown that he's able to do that. and he's going to be great. I'm not worried about Brad one bit. Once he get his rhythm, not too many people that can stop him from doing what he want to do.
Neil.
Hey, Russell, notice that you and Brad were sitting together on the extended sidelines. I'm curious, how does that help with your guys' chemistry as you guys look to gel together?
This is important, not just on the basketball court, but off the court. Being able to create a relationship, with someone and understand their goals, their admiration, what he believes in. It's important. I always believe that, and just create a relationship with anybody, knowing what they think. I really don't really care too much about myself or what I think or what's important to me, but I also always want to care to other people and make sure that they're the most comfortable because I can adjust to anything, and that's my main goal.
All right, last question from Yaron.
Hi, Russ. How was it to actually play with Denny, him being a rookie and you being in his ear since you joined the team?
Denny's good, man. He's going to be good. My job is to make sure he improves throughout the season. Being a rookie can be tough. Can go through tough stretches. My job is to constantly stay on him as much as I can to challenge him to be great. And I'm going to continue to do that.
Thanks.
I appreciate you, Russ.
Yeah.